Good morning. So I got an article here that I would like to talk with you guys about a little bit today in this video, talking about the minimum wage, talking about President Joe Biden, some of these big corporations we have here in the U.S., and also some economists, what they think about this minimum wage here. So I know a lot of people in videos say, hey, subscribe, like, all that cool stuff, but I'm going to ask today that you just say hi in the comment section. So say hi. If you want to tell me how your day's going, that's cool, but just say hi. I would appreciate that. So let's go here through this real quickly. It's a relatively short article on Business Insider. It talks about why Walmart CEO reveals why the retail giant won't raise its minimum wage to $15 per hour. Now, as we scroll through this here, it says Walmart announced Thursday it would raise wages for some workers while maintaining an $11 starting pay. Chief Executive Doug McMillon said the increases are designed to create a ladder system, is the term they use, for worker promotions at the country's largest retailer and biggest private sector employer. The raise, which will bring 425,000 associates' pay to between $13 and $19 per hour, will go into effect March 13th, so less than a month from now, actually. Now, as we look at this, here's the quote that they gave. It says those people we're raising wages for tend to have been with us for a longer period of time than someone that might be earning the entry wage. Fair enough. McMillon said on a conference call with investors, says, we're trying to create this ladder opportunity, providing an opportunity for people when they start with the company to build a career like so many of us already have. So it says the company chose not to raise their starting wages, which will stay at $11 per hour, despite pressure to raise the minimum to $15 per hour. It talks about some of the competitors here, like Amazon, we have Target and Costco, how they've raised their minimum pay to $15 per hour in recent years after worker groups and labor advocates called for the increase. Walmart says its average pay in the U.S. is above the $15 per hour threshold, though. Now, McMillon, he did say that the company won't be able to implement the ladder structure, which is designed to help employees move up and incentivize them to move up if they put a $15 hour minimum wage into effect. So basically what he's saying is it's going to hurt their incentive to encourage people to go from being an entry-level employee to, trying to work their way up to being supervisor, management, or something like that if they just start people off with $15 an hour. That's what he's saying. So that's why they're not starting people off at $15 right now. As though he said the company, which has raised wages from $9 to $11 in the past 5 years, plans to continue raising wages over time and will comply with state minimum wages. So he also talked about the reinvestment effort and how it'll help prioritize digital sales because Amazon's definitely leading that one right now. So, and how much that sector has soared since the virus, because obviously a lot of people have been home. They've had to order stuff online, or they couldn't go out for a while depending on their lockdown. Just mentions the package here, the minimum wage. The minimum wage increase he's trying to include in the $1.9 trillion stimulus plan, which, that's still being battled out right now. And there's also talk about the livable wage. Here was one thing that was interesting to see. The Nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office released an analysis of the party's Raise the Wage Act in February, which found that the pay hike could result in 1.4 million lost jobs. That's always the debate, is that if you wind up raising this wage, a huge corporation like a Walmart, Target, Costco, those big ones, they're massive corporations already. They have all kinds of access to other resources that small businesses don't. So that's part of the big concern is with small businesses play a huge role in terms of job growth and job creation in this economy, not just where I live here in Las Vegas, Nevada, but also across the U.S. in general. So really, it's these biggest corporations are the ones that they've got the most access and they've got the most options. It's the smaller businesses are the ones that, they're big concern for losing jobs and taking a big hit. Now, it does talk, just to give us another quote here from McMillon. We'll scroll down here almost towards the end. So it did say that in the fourth quarter of 2020, Walmart's digital sales surpassed Wall Street's expectations 3 times over. And as customers looked to shop from home during the pandemic and demand for household goods rose as customer behavior favored stockpiling, CFO Brett Briggs said on the call. Walmart recorded nearly $100 billion in sales in its fourth quarter. U.S. sales alone grew by $29 billion. So this year, really fast-forwarded things in terms of customer behavior, and we think the majority of that behavior is going to last, McMillon said regarding customers' interest in online shopping. So that pretty much closed out the article. That is a good ending point to put it on for, more people. I mean, people have already been trending that way anyway towards shopping, doing more shopping online versus in person. But, I mean, when, millions of people around the U.S. are locked down for a certain amount of time, depending on which state you're in, then you are going to do more of your shopping online. So this has come to talk about Walmart's CEO, about their ideas on the $15 an hour minimum wage and, that kind of thing. So, guys, hey, I hope you liked this quick video to talk about this. This just came out like a couple hours ago. So I hope you appreciate it. Say hi in the comments section. I'll see you guys in another video.